And the fuel that I'm using here is plain old everyday hamburger and hot dog charcoal. No different than what you cook your steaks with.
Yeah, the bellows kind of.
Did you ever have trouble starting a fire?
Me?
Yep.
On occasion.
And you go like this over your fire, like crazy, right? What you're doing is you're throwing a lot of oxygen over that fire, and with the bellows, I can get a lot of oxygen over my fire. As a result, I can get the temperatures of the fire up around 1900 to 2000 degrees.
Wow.
As a result, the steel that I'm forming, I get that at a minimum of 1600 degrees for forming steel. The blacksmith shop here, the original blacksmith shop, the French came with the soldiers when they built the French castle, and they came in the summer of 1726, and by the end of the summer of 1727, they had completed the building. If New York State was trying to do it, they'd still be working on it.
Yeah, I'm quite sure that was true.
Where are you guys from?
We're originally from the western New York area, but we've moved down to Cleveland, Ohio about 10 years ago.
Cleveland's not too much different than here.
There's a lot of similarities.
Could have moved somewhere warmer, right? Less snow.
That's where the job was.
Oh, I know. I know how it goes.
You gotta go where the money is.
So the original French blacksmith would have, come along with the soldiers. The soldiers actually were the laborers. The officers were the engineers on the building, the construction of the castle. The blacksmiths would have done all of the ironwork, the bars, the hinges, all the items in the kitchen, all the ironwork that you see throughout the whole building. Forge nails, they would have, bolts. They could make screws if they needed to. On and on and on. You kids may want to go on the other side, if you like. You can go by the door as well. This is our blacksmith shop. So the French would have done all the work on the building, completed that, and then 60 to 70% of the blacksmith's time was spent repairing things after that. Because the iron that they used, was a rather poor quality. It was pig iron, and it was cast in big ingots, and the ingots, actually the iron, all the iron for this site came from Europe during the French period. So any bit of iron was extremely expensive and valuable. So they didn't throw anything out. If they were working on something and they had a little piece of iron like that left over, or something like this left over where you make a mistake and a piece broke off, they would use that to make a nail. They'd use it to make an arrowhead for the Native Americans. This one would be great for an arrowhead for the Native Americans, and they would trade that with the natives, for whatever, Or they could make a tiny, tiny chisel with this, for the carpenters or something like that, and then mount it in a wooden handle, and you got a nice chisel. If something wore out at that period of time, and it was iron, they didn't throw it away, or any other metal. They would not throw it away. If something wore out or broke, they would turn it, and it wasn't